Good morning, everyone. Imagine sitting in a classroom. It looks like all is well. Students are happy, having their casual talks with their friends and peers, and even attending their lessons. But behind this, several students are secretly struggling with overwhelming stress, crippling anxiety, or feelings of hopelessness. This is not an uncommon occurrence. In recent years, mental health concerns among students have reached extremely high levels. According to a report from the CDC, the proportion of high school students experiencing persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness grew from 28% in 2012 to more than 40% in 2021. That is nearly half of our students. Now, I will talk about the reasoning why schools should think of this as a growing mental health crisis. I will cover 3 main points: increased mental health issues among students, negative consequences affecting their education and further life, and concrete steps for schools in order to embed a culture of mental well-being. As I speak, I want you to think about the students in your life, your siblings, friends, family, or even younger selves. It is possible for us to make a difference in their behalf. Let's begin with the facts. Over the last 10 years, anxiety and depression and other mental health challenges have skyrocketed among young people. Thanks to the National Institute of Mental Health, we now know that 1 in 5 students struggle with mental health disorders. And social media has amplified this with the constant comparison, cyberbullying, and pressure to present a perfect life is being added to that stress. The COVID-19 pandemic made things even worse. Students lost connections, routines, and even a sense of normality. The effects of untreated mental health issues goes so much further than just the individual. If the students are struggling, so is the entire school community. Academic difficulties, students with mental health issues often struggle more with concentration, able to keep up with assignments, and even able to keep up in class. There is also increased dropout rate. The National Alliance of Mental Health report that students that are struggling with an untreated mental health issue are twice as likely to drop out. Now, let's talk about behavioral problems. Stress, when not treated right, can lead to further frustration and anger and can lead to conflict with teachers and students. These problems will not go away with the end of school. When they are neglected, they may well become lifelong burdens like unemployment, marriage problems, and even chronic illnesses. Think about it this way. What happens to our future communities if the coming generation is weighed down by untreated mental health issues? We cannot afford to wait until these problems fix themselves, because they might not. Let's talk about how schools can make a difference. The good news is that schools are a perfect opportunity and position to address the crisis, because they have resources to build an environment to make young people feel safe, supported, and even empowered to ask for help. 3 concrete actions schools can take are the following. Increase counseling services. Schools need to invest in better counseling service so that we can have better student-to-counselor ratios. Now it is impossible to provide students with the care they need. We can also train peer mentor students who can support their classmates in a less intimidating and more relatable manner. Train educators to identify these warning signs. Teachers are with the students every day. They are the first to notice if something is arising. It is important to train teachers to identify these signs of anxiety, depression, or even burnout. In addition, educators should be taught to respond with empathy and direct the students to appropriate resources. Now, another option that we should be doing is to promote open culture. It is time to break the stigma among mental health. The schools can coordinate and organize mental health campaigns to encourage conversation, to show students that seeking help is not a weakness, but a strength. Imagine a school assembly where students are sharing stories of resilience, or a classroom activity where mindfulness is practiced. These small steps will bring very much wanted change. These steps are not just theoretical. These have been tested, and these schools that are prioritizing mental health are seeing an improvement in academic health and fewer behavioral students and overall happier students. Concluding, but not without leaving you with this thought, just like physical health, mental health matters. We would never ask a child with a broken arm to take class notes on their own. Why then are we expecting students struggling with emotional issues to carry on without support? If you want to help, here's what you can do. Advocate for mental health programs in your school or even communities. Support training for teachers and counselors. And most importantly, listen to the students around you. Sometimes it just takes, "Are you okay?" to make all the difference in the world. Together, we can ensure that schools are not just a place of academic learning, but places of hope, feeling, and growth. Thank you.